Hello and welcome. You're watching HCN News Bulletin. I'm Prajwal Desai. Let's first look at the headlines. Deputy Speaker Michael Lobo blamed the Fisheries Department official for supporting LED fishing in Goa. Says will raise the issue in the upcoming assembly session. The state government has finally unlocked 34 lakh square meters of land that had been allotted to the promoters of the special economic zone over a decade ago. Several clubs in Goa have formed a united front on the issue on merger of I-League and ISL. Churchill Brothers Supremo, Churchill Alamau opposed the decision of merger and said if need, will approach the court. Now the news in detail. Deputy Speaker Michael Lobo blamed the Fisheries Department official for supporting LED fishing in Goa. He said LED fishing is posing a threat to marine life in the deep sea. Along the ministry has put a ban on such destructive methods of fishing. Lobo has claimed that there is still LED fishing going on and that he said he will raise this issue in the Goa monsoon session.
हांव म्हणटा की नोटिफिकेशनूच काडा म्हणून तुमी न्हू सगळे ट्रेडिशनल फिशरमॅन आमचे कडेन येता की बाबा फुडें नुस्तें मेवचें ना तुमकां म्हणून गोंयकारांक नुस्तें मेवचें ना जो तर एलईडी नुस्तें मारीत रावले गोंयकारांक फुडें खंय नुस्तें मेवतलें 4-5 वर्सांनी नुस्तें कमी जायत वयतलें दर्या येदो व्हडलो आपूण नुस्तेंच ना भितर अशें जातलें हें जावचें न्हू म्हणून एक आमचो एक एनवायरमेंट जो आहा आमी प्रोटेक्ट करपाक जाय तशेंच मरीन लायफ जे आहा ते आमी प्रोटेक्ट करपाक जाय कोमी ताती एक दिता म्हणून एकदाच कोमयेच्या पोटान जी 10-12 तातयां बारीक बारीक आहात ती आमकां एकदाच मेळोंक म्हणून कोंबडी मारली भितर तातयां बारीक आहाय तीच ती ताती सारके जावपाक जाय तशेंच देर इज अ ब्रीडिंग पिरियड फॉर द फिश एंड फिश हॅज टू ग्रो यू कॅनॉट जस्ट पुट एलईडी अट्रॅक्ट द फिश एंड किल देम अशें जावंक जायना हें जर जायत जाल्यार फ्युचराक आमकां धोको आहा इश्यू हांव 100% काडटलो बट फायनली इट इज विथ द चीफ मिनिस्टर एंड गोवा फॉर्ट पार्टी प्रेसिडेंट विजय सरदेसाय हू हॅज टेकन क्रेडिट टू ब्रिंग दीस बॅन नॅशनली एंड इन गोवा हितून डायरेक्ट इन्वॉल्वमेंट फिशरीज डिपार्टमेंटाचो आहा जो कोण डायरेक्टर आसूं वो तेजे जे हे आसूं स्टाफ आसूं तेजे भायर जे कोस्टल पुलीस आहा तेंचे सगळ्यांचे इन्वॉल्वमेंट आहा एंड आय विल इम्प्रेस अपॉन द चीफ मिनिस्टर एंड ऑल्सो ऑन द गोवा फॉरवर्ड पार्टी प्रेसिडेंट that the ban which he has brought into Goa should be implemented or they should make a letter officially to government to stop that म्हणजे जे तुम्ही नोटिफिकेशन केला ते रिवर्स करा आणि लोकांक सांगा की एलईडी घातल्यार जाता म्हणून सगळ्या लोकांक आहा तितल्यांकूय एलईडी घालूं न्ही इन्क्लुडिंग आमचे ट्रेडिशनल फिशरमॅनाकूय एलईडी घालूं की नुस्तें आहा तितलें मारून उडया चल.
The state government has finally unlocked 34 lakh square meters of land that had been allotted to the promoters of the special economic zone over a decade ago. Following directions from the Supreme Court that had directed both the parties, the government as well as the promoters, to discuss and work out on amicable solution on the matter, the government has paid the 5 promoters rupees 200 crore to unlock the land.
Okay, as per the HCN land and the direction from the Supreme Court, so far we have taken back, there were 7 parties altogether, from which we have taken back the HCN land from 5 parties, okay, and which has been cleared. So land is already in our possession. Surrender I think has been done, registered deed has been done, or surrender has been done, and we have taken back, and payment also has been done. So if you want me to specify, I could specify. Roughly, see, we have taken from Mrs. Inox Mercantile, here of about 5,19,832. Then we have taken for Mrs. Peninsula Farmer Research, which is about 2 lakhs and odd. Then again, we have taken from Mrs. Planet View Mercantile Company, which is Verna. It is almost about 2,36,000. Okay. Then we have taken from MSK Raija Corporation Private Limited, where land in Verna. It's about 10,59,000. And we have taken from Mrs. Perigam Logistics and Diagnostics Private Limited, which is Verna again. The land is almost about 3,86,665. Okay.
Pending.
So also initially, as I mentioned, Annex land is in Verna, which is about 5,19,000, and also Peninsula is at Sankwale. Peninsula Pharma Research, which we are taking land will be about 2 lakhs. And the remaining balance is from Macro Finance Finlease Private Limited, which is in Verna, which is still yet to come to us because the consent is not yet given. At Verna is which is about 2 lakhs, and the balance at Meditative Specialties, which is about which the land is in Keri Ponda, is about 12 lakhs 32,000. So those two lands are yet to come to us.
अभी 5 जण पेमेंट केला कितला अमाउंट केला?
Payment has been done approximately about almost about 200 crores to these parties.
ओके. आणि ते एका दोघांना जर दिलं जाल्यार तेका आनी कितलो अमाउंट लागतलो तुमकां?
About won't be much, but it's about 12 lakhs. One is 12 lakhs at Keri Ponda and 2 lakhs. There will be about another maybe about 40 to 50 crores.
While the project Mini India Park project may have caught the headlines for quite some time, the promoter of Mini India Park project, Ram Agrawal, on Sunday spoke out for the first time, opening out on the project, the plans and the benefit it could offer to Quilosam villagers. Agrawal also claimed that the politicians were for ulterior motives, misleading the villagers over the project.
As far as legality of the project, I say that it's a legally valid project. Some people are spreading wrong information by saying it's a Khazan land, but it's not true. If you see from form number 1 and 14, the Khazan column says it's a nil, and as far as regional plan is concerned, only part of the property shows Khazan land, and our project is not coming on Khazan land. As far as NDZ is concerned, our project is of a floating kind on water body existing on plot. We are not doing any construction or development, so question of NDZ application does not arise. Earlier we had a plan of 5-star hotel, but now we have cancelled it. As Captain of Port has sanctioned floating platform on our full project is of floating kind. We are creating floating garden showcasing miniature of various Indian historical monuments like Taj Mahal, India Gate, Qutub Minar. We are promoting Indian culture, art, folk dances and variety of Indian cuisine. Our project shall be one of its kinds in Goa and shall bring Quilosam village on world map. Our project will definitely generate more than 800 jobs for locals. In addition to this, local Gram Panchayat shall get annual taxes of more than 25 lakhs per year. Goa will get crores in as a GST and other taxes. We shall be happy to be part of social services to Panchayat, sponsoring for medical, educational and sports activities. I assure you that this project shall be pride of Goa.
Mormugao Port Trust Pensioners Association held protest outside the MPT Administrative Office Sada to demonstrate and show their solidarity and protest against non-fulfillment of their demands. They also threatened to go on hunger strike if their demands are not considered. MPT has around 4,000 pensioners.
आम्ही आता रिटायर जावन आमकां खूब वर्स जाली आनी जें कितें आमकां मेळपाचें आहा तें पयशे ना कितें ना अशें म्हणून जें आमकां मुखार धुकळटा पळय तें आमी नको खरोखर तेंचे कडेन पयशे ना काय म्हणून खरोखर एखादो जर पयशे आसून आमकां जर कितें मिसगायड करता आनी जर आमकां मुखार धुकळटा तेन्ना आमची कितें गव्हर्मेंटान जे सेंट्रल गव्हर्मेंटान जें कितें आमकां पास केल्लें तें जर आमकां ताणें वेवस्थीत दिलें जायत आमच्यानी कांय विशेश कांय ना आमकां जें आतां पयशे ना म्हणून जें कितें खरोखर ते सांगता तें आतां तेंची कितें म्हणून कांय खबर ना तेन्ना आमी रिक्वेस्ट केलें तांकां खुबदां सांगता आनी आयजूय सांगता की बाबा आमचें कितें मेळपाचें आहा तें आमकां जाता तितलें बेगीन दिवचें की जेणे करून तें आमकां उपभोग मेळटलें नाल्यार आमी गेले नंतर फाटल्यान एरियस मेळटले जावं आमचें कितें डिफरन्स मेळटलें त्या खातीर आमकां वेट कित्याक करपाचें आनी तें वेट करून आमी शेवटी केन्ना पासून रावपाचें आनी त्या फाल ताका आमी हयात आसतना मेळटलें काय आमी वयतरी मेळटलें हेजो आमकां संशय आहा म्हणून आमकां जाता तितलें बेगीन मेळचें आनी आमकां दिलें जायत आमी तांकां धन्यवाद म्हणपा आहा आनी देवा कडेन तांकांय बी आमचे बरोबर बरें आरोग्य मेळचें अशें आमी सांगूं सोदतात. 4,000 पेन्शनर आहा 4,500 पेन्शनर आहा तेन्ना आमकां पेन्शना बद्दल आजून आमची कसली तक्रार ना आमकां पेन्शन बरोबर मेळटा पण जालें कितें आसा थोड्यांनी रिटायर जाल्या नंतर आपआपल्या गांवांत गेल्ल्या खंय खंय आमचे ऑल गोवा बरोबर आहा गोंयचे भायर ऑल इंडिया पासून आहा ते हांगा एकत्रीकरणा येयना आनी आमकां तें हांगा शो करूंक मेळना तेन्ना तरी आसतना आमी जे आसा त्या तरी आमी तेंचे खातीर आमी करता.
The National Tobacco Control Program and Enforcement Team held a awareness workshop on tobacco for people from various departments in order to bring an end to consumption and sale of tobacco products. The resource persons shared key information and discussed on how to tackle and bring end to it. There were also inspection by joint Mamladars and police for COPTA violations.
So this is basically the enforcers law enforcement officials training program for 3 days. One day was at the state level, another day was at the North Goa, and another today is here in the South Goa. So these are the law enforcement officers, and they have to enforce the law provisions of the Cigarette and Other Tobacco Product Act 2003. Under that, there are several provisions which are made to protect the people from the second-hand smoke, and this is another provision is there to protect the minors. There is a provision to protect the school children, and the provisions of having prohibition of the promotion of any direct or indirect advertisement, and to every product should have a public graphic health warning. So these are the main provisions of this law. The people used to understand, the people enforcers are getting the training and they are enforcing this law so that the Goan people, so that the Goa territory should have a good compliance of the legislative provisions, and due to these the good compliance of the provisions, the people of the Goa and the local community will get the benefit, and this is for their health and well-being and for the betterment of the society.
Nodal officer for National Tobacco Control Program. I've done a training program today for all enforcers from different departments like police department, Mamledars, tourism department, sanitary inspectors, education department, and various other departments had come for a training program, including us. And then now we have come into the field. This is also a training, for example, for what you can do when you come into the field, because many of the officers who have come today are new officers. So we have brought them out here in the field, and we are doing chalaning, and under section 4, section 6A and B, section 5 and section 7. So we are also showing them what are the violations and how they can go about to chalan the people.
Several clubs have formed a united front on the issue on merger of I-League and ISL. Briefing to media, Churchill Brothers Supremo Churchill Alemão opposed the decision of merger and said if need be will approach the court. He said ISL is just for entertainment while grassroots training is given by the clubs. He recalled of investing crores of rupees to run the clubs and said we object to it.
इंडियेचे जे फुटबॉल लावर आहे ते म्हाका सांगून दिवची इंडियेचो फुटबॉल कितें कोर्स कित्याक म्हाका खबर आहा म्हाका एक्सपिरियन्स आहा त्या लायफान आय लीग चलयतना आमची इंडिया टीम एशिया चॅलेंज करपाक लागले एशिया क्लबांक चॅलेंज करून आमी कितले क्लबा मारून इवन एशिया फायनला पासून पावले बेंगलोर. What I was saying to you, हांव सांगोस देखूच ISL पळय म्हणटा ते प्लेयर प्रोड्यूस करना ते फकत आमी प्रोड्यूस करून आमी तयार केल्ले प्लेयरां वता आनी एक लोकांक एंटरटेनमेंट दिता म्हूण ही गेम प्रिमियर जावपा जायना, ही गेम प्रोफेशनल जावपा जायना. आनी जरी तरी हें तरी तर आयकना जाल्यार आमी क्लबांनी चिंतलां कोर्टां वचपाक आनी कोर्टां आमची जस्टीस दिवची.
ISL बंद करून
ISL बंद करून म्हणून आमी सांगूंक सोदता आमची आय लीग इज अ प्रिमियर लीग, आय लीग इज अ प्रोफेशनल लीग, नॉट ISL. ISL is only entertainment. The second thing, agreement कोता आसतना ISL आय लीग मुखेलो ISL मुकरना, सडनली ISL आली. म्हाका जाण जावपा जाय आज एक क्लबांनी मुझ सारक्या क्लबांनी सारखे खोट्यान मोठ्या भाशेन पयशे काबार केले, लायफ काबार केली क्लबांनी, जावं मोहन बागान क्लबांनी पयशे काबार केले. आनी आज सगळ्या रस्ते आवडून 700 crore रिस्पॉन्सान केलो म्हणून तितले तेमी 300 कोटी म्हणना, वयल्यान तेमी कितू 1000 कोटी केले खबर ना. They done that this business.
Let's take a short break. We will be back soon. Till then, please stay tuned.
"75 years of trust, over 6,000 plus unique designs, stores in Panjim and now in Margao. TNS Jewelers, ahead of trends."
Welcome back. A resident of Margao not only stopped a truck transporting medical waste to the village but also tracked it to a shed in the Margao industrial estate. He was shocked to find the truck contained medical waste. He, along with the Sarpanch and some locals, followed the truck to KGN Enterprise and realized that it had permission only to collect plastic waste.
आणि गांवची लोक पंच बी नाही मेडिकल वेस्ट तुमकां कोणा कोण हाडला मेडिकल तुमकां हें दिला न्हू परमिशन तो फक्त हाडपाचें हो प्रेस करपाचो प्लास्टिका बॉटल तें करपा हें करपा दिलो ना तेका तेका पळय 500 टाका हेल्था हातूंतले फॅक्टरी बंद तो कोण गेले मोहम्मद हिंदो ताका सांग कोण पळय आतां तेगे ट्रकिंग आड्याला वाटे पंचायती आसा पुलीस केस जातली पास चल रे फोटो मार रे काट वो निकाल बाहर निकाल
In a fire accident at Kandulim, around 7 shacks storeroom had been gutted in fire. In order to provide them with immediate compensation, Kalangut MLA Michael Lobo distributed checks to the affected family of Rs 25,000 each. Besides, Panchayat also contributed the same amount. While Lobo also informed that as an MLA, he too will contribute 25,000 each, which will sum up to Rs 75,000 each affected families.
फिशरमॅनाच्यो हार्ट्स ज्यो आसता तांकां सगल्यांक एक खोपीक उजो लागलो आनी तो स्प्रेड जालो आनी अरावंड 7 to 8 हार्ट्स तांकां उजो लागलो. तितून फिशरमॅनाच्यो ट्रेडिशनल नेट्स जे तेणी घातलेल्यो दवरल्यो थिंगा तेंच्यो बोटी विथ नंबर आसता त्या बोटींक फिशींग एक्टिविटीच्यो बोटी, मागीर तेंची स्टुलां, मागीर तेंचे भितर शिशी दवरतात ते आनी खूब भाशेचे फिशींग एक्टिविटीज जे लागता तितले सामान त्या खोपीन दवरतात. तेजे भायर थोड्यांनी आपले घरांतल्यो वस्तू थोड्यो एक्स्ट्रा कितें आहा मेजां आनी कोदेली बीन ते हाडून ते तितून दवरलेल्यो. ते खूब जाण फिशरमॅन जेन्ना बसता ते लागता बसोन ते काम करप. हे सगल्यो वर गट इट सारके टोटली टू एशीज म्हणटा सारके उजो जावन गोबर जाल्लो लागून आनी तितून थोड्यांच्यो इलेक्ट्रीक मिटर्स आहले, वायर्स आहल्यो, ट्यूब म्हणजे सगळे वायरींग बीन थोडे केल्ले भितर तेकाय सगळ्याक उजो लागलो. एवरी फिशरमॅन सफर्ड अ लॉस ऑफ अरावंड 5 to 6 lakhs बिकॉज दोज नेट्स आर व्हेरी एक्सपेन्सिव. जे फिशींग नेट्स आसता ते खूब म्हारग आनी सगल्यो उजो लावन सारके काबार जावन गेले. सो आमच्या ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टराक जेन्ना हांवें सांगलें तेणें इमिडिएटली आमच्या फिशरमॅनांक 25,000 पर पर्सन जेका हे लागला एक फॅमिलीक जे लॉस जाला तांकां 25,000 चॅक दिल्लो आहा. तेजे भायर आमदार म्हणून हांव तांकां 25,000 पर फॅमिली जेंकां लॉस जाला ते हांव दितलो म्हाज्या वाटेनसून. आमची सॅलरी जी येता अरावंड 3 lakhs तांकां 1 month सॅलरी तांकां सगल्यांक दितलो. तेजे भायर पंचायतीन तांकां 25,000 पर फॅमिली दिल्ले. सो हितून तांकां 75,000 म्हणून मेवता पूण ते कांयच न्हू. लॉस जाला 5-6 लाख एका फिशरमॅनाक. सो आमी ट्राय करतले तांकां त्याच्या भायर आनीक हेल्प करपाक. सो इमिडिएट रिलीफ म्हणटा पळय ते 75,000 पर फॅमिली आमी दिल्ले आहा. 7 एक खोपीन जो उजो लागला तेजे भायरूय वी वील ट्राय टू हेल्प देम अंडर.
Wasteland Collective and Dairanj Green organized a talk aimed at building awareness on sustainable menstrual hygiene practices and available alternatives that are safe for our bodies, environment and sanitation workers, which also help reduce the burden on waste disposal systems.
Decided to have this menstruation talk, basically providing menstrual options and alternatives to people from the ones which are the commercial ones. So the practices we today discussed, we gave them 4 options. One was cloth pads, period panties, menstrual cup and the biodegradable. So before that we first discussed why we need to make a switch. One is that we have to tell them the ill effects of the commercial disposable pads on our health and on the health of the environment. So we explained that to them and then we gave them the different options, alternatives. We told them how to use and things like that. And we had a good response. There were around 40 plus people today that turned up and they were quite happy because they were not aware of all these products. And mainly we are doing this is because we have realized we are creating only trash. Every time we buy a packet of disposable pads, we use it, we throw it into the bin and it is only going into our landfill. So it is not going anywhere else, it's on our planet. So what we realized that it's only creating the mess and we cannot keep complaining to the government that the government doesn't do anything. So we have to spread this awareness that these all options are available in Goa, in Panchim, and in Goa, I am here in North Goa, South Goa, Sarita has my product. So anybody can reach out to us and we will tell you which is the closest place and you can buy these products.
To inspire the Goans to cultivate their agricultural land, priests and seminarians of the Rashol Seminary cultivated their paddy fields within the seminary campus on Wednesday. Every year, the seminarians, along with the help of villagers, cultivate their fields. Over 100 people participated in the activity voluntarily. The seminary grows paddy in Kharif season, while vegetables are grown during the rest of the year. The 6th edition of Goita Avaz All Goa Konkani Singing Competition, presented by the Herald Group, held its first audition in KPM on 23rd June. As the auditions are underway, the second audition will be held in Margao on 6th July from 2:30 p.m. onwards at Ravindra Bhavan. The auditions at this venue have seen the best of vocal talent come to the finale stage.
Dał tuझे काळजा कातोयला पुसून कशेंच मेवना तूं म्हजें हांव तुजो सांगात दी म्हाका सासना मोग तुजो केरांनीच केदीच वेचोना नेगार तुज्या विणे संवसारो नाका तुज्या विणे दीस रात कांयच नाका Pôr cacheta moja suka yo moga tu já vine sonsaronaka tu já vine disrakaitsnaka Pôr cacheta moja suka yo moga Matiak pula moja mabonaka Sanggup digopan Sogelak cepat yang dawana kai Boroh 78 Tanda kekoru Dusria syukoru Tidak utai babang Banggar mutiak tuji makan naka Mogo mozo kore nak toru Poire makshi yeh paka paka Karizada bitoru Rorai da maka poros kashiko da daka Moga lavur kadoru Ani moga mi kotari da gai korun kantaran Soli rata mi nakstali amchi vazão giraram Ugras koru tuja utranto Tukani hambotan Usvar gel neket ranto Akirak satan Eu passo coro Lera de saru Agaraputan
That's all we have for now. For more news and entertainment, keep watching HCN. Till then, take care and goodbye.